Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Aquarius placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Aquarius, to get started, I was feeling drawn to this book. It's called Welcome Home by Najwa Zevian. I don't know if I'm saying that right. She's a poet. But this is a book about more of like little essays kind of thing. Anyways, it's about it says a guide to building a home for your soul, and I just flipped it open. I haven't actually read this book yet. I've just been flipping through it recently, but I just flipped it open and read just a little section of it. For you, Aquarius, it's so the thing that was coming through is boundaries, but it's coming, like, there was like a section where she just talked about like boundaries are not about like protecting yourself from something. That's not the proper way of framing it. To have boundaries is not that you're being defensive or that kind of thing, but it's more about like protecting what is within you, what is worth protecting within you, and that's where the boundary is formed. So there's this energy here, especially with the welcome home energy that's coming through for you, Aquarius. The feeling of home is being highlighted for you as an energy that you may be working with, like, but a home for your soul. Maybe there's something where it's like you don't quite feel like you have a home, or like that there's like this feeling of like belonging, perhaps, that maybe you don't feel that you have at the moment, and maybe you're sort of seeking that or working with that energy of like what is home feel like that kind of energy. So maybe that book has a message in there for you. And it's interesting that it's coming out with boundaries, because I feel like there's something here about like what is worth protecting for you. What is something that you perhaps you already know this, or you're working with this, or you're figuring that out, or you're maybe you're reestablishing some boundaries. Like, what is worth protecting? Okay. I feel like there's more that's going to come in with that, but we're going to pull cards. I'm going to start with the Shaman deck. I haven't used this one in a while. There could also be this energy, Aquarius, because you're fixed air. I feel like Aquarius, well, it's so interesting. Aquarius has such a strong connection to water, right? Because well, in the name itself, Aquarius, and it's also the water bearer is the symbol, but Aquarius is not a water sign. But I feel like there's something for you, Aquarius, about like your emotions that are really significant here, like this sort of like feeling energy where maybe there's something about your emotions that don't feel like they belong to you, or that maybe you don't feel at home in your emotions or something like that. Like there's something kind of like maybe there are particular emotions that you're struggling with feeling at the moment, like things that maybe you're avoiding. Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's like feelings that you're avoiding for whatever reason, because they may be difficult to feel, or it's kind of like, but I feel like the part of the like feeling at home within yourself is acknowledging those like tough energies that maybe you have been avoiding, Aquarius. Okay, interesting. Covenant, sacred contract. Okay, they're so interesting. Okay, and then you have Revelation, the unmarked trail. You have 757 coming through as a number. And then you have the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal, and the Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Okay, so, and then you have Eyes of the Eagle, rising above the fray, which is of course you, Aquarius, the eagle. Because I feel like there's something here about, like, maybe there's something that you, like, it's like maybe you don't know how to feel about something. Maybe you don't know how you're feeling about something. Because this card can be sort of like, with the eagle especially, like the Aquarius sort of trait to detach emotionally from something. Because there's maybe something of like a new contract that is upcoming for you. Feels like a big deal, Aquarius. Feels kind of like a big deal. But maybe you're not sure how to feel about it, how you feel about it. Because it's like it, I don't know, for whatever reason, there may be just sort of like, because maybe those feelings could be kind of overwhelming, or there maybe is something like, there's a bit of a fog in that energy where it's like, maybe there's like, mixed feelings, or maybe there's just like something uncomfortable about this energy. I'm gonna read the sacred contract. So it says commitment and the greater good. You're being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement you made with spirit needs to be renewed or canceled and torn up. Is an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you are unable to sign and seal the deal and commit to it. The reason is that it needs to be elevated to a sacred covenant. A covenant must be founded on the truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but a greater truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what you are signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print, so as not to commit to something you will soon regret or that will compromise your integrity. Do not hesitate to put all of your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. Yeah. Okay, Aquarius, that's why this energy feels like maybe you're working through sort of like difficult emotions about some sort of like new contract that is, or like a new opportunity that's available to you or becoming available to you in some way. It feels like maybe though it's stirring up some like difficult emotions and like maybe a bit of doubt. Like maybe a bit of doubt about like, is this right? Is this part of my path? Like it's kind of coming through like that. I'm going to read the unmarked trail as well, or at least skim it, because I feel like, so this Garden of Venus card talks about taking a time out, right? Like taking a time out to yourself, right? Seeking sort of rest and renewal. And when you sort of take that time out to yourself, the universe shows you a reflection of yourself, like who you truly are. In order for you to use that knowledge to like make a choice or decision, it also takes a moment, like it also talks about like taking a moment to like step away from any sort of conflict, that kind of thing, or if there is any. And then when you sort of gain that truth about who you are, you can step out and then it doesn't become a conflict anymore, right? It's like you can resolve the problem if there is a problem. So maybe you're needing to take some time to yourself, Aquarius, like truly by yourself is how it's coming through. without the influence of other people in order to determine if this is the right course for you, or if this is like, I'm going to read the unmarked trail because I feel like there's something in there for you, but it's like, it's almost coming through, Aquarius, as being like something that you have prepared for. This is something that you've been working towards with the netcaster. Like, you have been preparing for this. You've been manifesting this, but now that it's like here or almost here, it's like this feeling of doubt. Is this right for me? Is this meant for me? Is this like it's kind of just, it's coming through with kind of like a, and I feel like that's a normal part of the process, like that, this feeling of like last minute doubt, of like getting cold feet about something that you have been preparing for, that you have been manifesting, that you have been putting a lot of energy and work towards. It's like, it's like just getting cold feet, right? Like it's that kind of energy. Okay. I just stopped on the root, girl. Interesting. There may be this, like, especially that energy of like not feeling like you are at home. Like there could be something about the root chakra that is needing, like, it's this feeling of, maybe your security, like your stability feels like it's changing. So that could be sort of coming through with that energy of feeling uncertain about something, right? Like your stability is changing. That's how it's coming through. So it doesn't necessarily feel that it's a bad thing, Aquarius. It's just like there's something about your stability that may be changing, is just how I'm gonna leave it. And we'll see if more cards come through with that energy. Okay. The unmarked trail. An unprecedented experience, discovery, and revelation. You are called now to embark on a sacred journey. The Arthurian knights, in their quest for the Holy Grail, had to make sure to take an unmarked trail that no one had ever followed, or they would not accomplish their goal. Likewise, you must enter the darkest forest of your soul via a route as yet unidentified to find what you seek. The manicured past will bring you only temporary pleasure and later great pain. Stop it. You already know there is no reward at the end of the road you are following. You are only killing time. Pause, breathe, and commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow to not look for old solutions that may have worked with past challenges. Get out of character, try the outrageous, and keep your quest private. Now is not the time to speak of the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail can be a sign that you have already made a choice, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking with you only essential beliefs that you know to be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. Okay, that's an intense card to pull out, Aquarius, because it's coming through with this message of like, you already know, your heart already knows what you want and what you're moving towards, but your mind may be, your mind may actually be fighting your heart, is how it's coming through. Your mind is fighting your heart, Aquarius. That's how it's coming through. About a particular, I don't know, a contract doesn't feel quite like the right word. We are out of Mercury retrograde, like Mercury's now direct, but of course there's that like post-shadow period. But anyways, so maybe you are entering some sort of like new commitment in whatever way that is. It could be work, it could be romance, it could be, I don't know, whatever. Home, like maybe you're looking for a new home, right? That kind of thing. Maybe you're signing a contract on a new home. Whatever that means to you, could be a metaphor, could be literal for some. But maybe there's this feeling of doubt, because I feel like there's something about this path for you that is unmarked. It's new. You've never done it before, or nobody else in your experience, like your friends and family or loved ones, have never gone down this particular path before. is how it's coming through. So there may not be like a wealth of experience in whatever this new experience is for you. It's like you're going to be the first is how it's coming through. And so of course there's going to be a bit of doubt, a bit of fear, a bit of nerves, that kind of thing. Okay, Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition, a surprise, a result beyond expectations. The netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish. They have arrived, and it's time that you cast your net lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach, but it has been so long since your prayers were answered that you have forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. Put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart to rewards beyond measure. Cast your net. Take the next step that you have been planning for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars are positioned for success. The only one who can spoil the perfection of this moment is you, Aquarius. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawlessness of the now. The netcaster can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you that you have been snared in someone's trap and must wriggle free. Right now it feels comfortable enough, even as the net begins to tighten around you. Do not wait until it is suffocating you before realizing you must escape and run for your life. It is still early enough to exit gracefully. Bide your time until all the conditions are right. Go to your place of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. Yeah, Aquarius. Okay. 2 things with that card, right? It's like, are you caught in a net that you don't want to be trapped in? That's one aspect. I actually feel like, though, Aquarius, what this is saying to me is that right now where you are is where you are feeling trapped. And that there's a new opportunity actually coming in to help to free you from that. But it's like there's doubt because it's kind of coming through as being like, it's been so long since your answers have been, it's been so long since your prayers have been answered that you've forgotten what that feels like. That's how it's coming through for you. And whatever this is coming through as an answer to your prayer. But there's doubt. And I feel like that's, sorry, Aquarius, I had to take a minute. There's a lot of emotion tied to whatever this is because it feels kind of like something where it's like maybe you have been avoiding how you feel about a certain opportunity is how it's coming through. Because on one side, it kind of feels like this is a prayer that is being answered. And so there's a lot of like happiness and joy and all of that that's coming through. But at the same time, there may also be this feeling of like, especially if it's something where it's like, it's something that you've been wishing for, praying for, or trying to manifest, but it hasn't been coming through. Like you haven't been receiving an answer, or like it hasn't manifested. And so it's also kind of like, although this is something happy, there's also something like disappointment that's also attached to whatever this is, right? Like it's like a new opportunity that's like, yes, finally it's happening, it's coming true, that kind of thing. But also like what if this disappoints me? What if this is not for me? What if it like, you know, all of this sort of what if energy. And the guidance for you, Aquarius, that was in this description is don't sabotage the magic, right? Like you're like that kind of doubt energy, which is completely normal to feel. is an energy of sabotaging your own happiness, because you deserve this. You deserve this. This is your prayers being answered. And it's kind of like, I feel like there's something here about like the opportunity is presenting itself to you, but it's up to you to sort of take the next steps in order to move towards that. Because I feel like though there's something about, especially with the Covenant card, of making sure that everything is transparent in terms of what's being like laid on the table, that kind of thing. That there's like transparency in sort of how you feel, if it's with other people, like, you know, other people in general, if it's work or romance or whatever, or home, right? That kind of thing, that like you're reading the fine print, all of this sort of like, everything's transparent about what this is. I feel like this Garden of Venus energy is really important for you, the rest and renewal, like making sure that you're taking time to connect with how you feel, Aquarius, to connect with how you feel, because I feel like there's also something about like self-love and self-compassion that you're needing to reconnect with. You deserve this. You really do. You deserve this. Okay. There may also be a bit of fear about how, like, this has not been done before. This is an unmarked trail. So it could be something where it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns in this Aquarius. There's a lot of unknowns. But it's like you can work through it. You will work through it. Yeah, sea serpent. Sea serpent coming in. This is the sacral chakra, but it talks about healing, releasing emotional wounds, being healed from them. This also talks about it's really emotional. I feel like water, of course, is a very significant energy for you. So okay, so healing emotional wounds and expressing desire, because especially something about like desire, like something that you desire with this like Garden of Venus energy, because desire, of course, is a very positive thing when you like get what it is that you want, but there's also sort of like the dark side of desire, which is like the feeling of not having it is this sort of like pain, right? So there could be something like that that's coming in for you, but I feel like this is talking about healing that. I'm not going to read this one because I feel like there's something here about something is coming in for you. It's coming through as being like and this image here in the deck with the star around it, which of course is your card, Aquarius, the star. Maybe I should use a tarot deck of water and healing and like a wish granted. That's how it's feeling. I feel like there's interesting though that there's like something happening simultaneously for you where it feels like if there has been some sort of net that you may there may have been how do I phrase this? Hold on. It's almost like two situations, right? One feels like a net that you want to escape from. The other one feels like the opportunity that you want to go towards. So it's kind of happening simultaneously though, where it's like you have to leave the net that you're trapped in and you have to go towards the thing that you want to go towards, which is freedom, or whatever it is, freedom from whatever the trap is maybe. But it's happening simultaneously. So there may be you may experience things like, I don't know if it's as extreme as a tower moment, but maybe could be. But the tower energy is coming through for whatever it is that you want to be free from, is how it's coming through. So there may be sort of things that are ending for you that are like, okay, those are the things that have become a trap in some way that you're exiting. So paying attention to that, and being really clear on like, because you can feel happy about a new beginning, but also feel sad about an ending, right? So trying to like keep those emotional energies like separate in a way, right? Like not confusing them with each other is how it's coming through, because there's this energy of like a bit of a fog in your emotional space at the moment, and it could just be because you're not looking at it, because you're not sitting in it. I have an eyelash in my eye. Okay, Aquarius, I'm gonna pull one tarot card. Yeah, the High Priestess. Interesting. It's this watery moon energy. And we just passed the Sagittarius full moon as well. So maybe there's some emotional energies that you're needing to release at the moment. Like the High Priestess does talk about, okay, you have Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And the Black Egg. I would watch the Virgo reading from last week. It's so interesting because I did such a long pause between those those readings, right? Like I took an extra day than I normally do. But that energy's still here. Interesting, the Black Egg. So maybe watch the Virgo reading. I'll link it above. And then you have Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This Page of Cups, out of all the Page of Cups, sort of... Okay. It may be an apology, but it doesn't have to be. Or it feels like kind of like somebody who's trying to make an effort, that kind of thing. Or someone who's like coming forward with a bit like an emotional expression that's quite like innocent or gentle is how it's feeling. Gentle or innocent kind of emotional expression is how it's coming through. It doesn't feel like an apology, but it could be. Or maybe just like an innocent or emotional or like heart-centered expression of emotion in some way. Okay, Aquarius, though, you have the High Priestess, which feels to me like you are getting very clear on how you feel about a certain situation, even if like right now it might feel kind of foggy. It's like there's something that you're getting clear on, especially with this Black Egg, because this talks about truth. I feel like there's a lot of there's truth in your emotions, and this Black Egg, because sometimes I see this as being sort of like a magnetic energy where like anything that's not the same, like anything that's like not truth, anything that's not true is repelled by this energy. So I feel like there's something here about like you are attracted to the truth. That's how it's coming through. Or that like you can trust what it is that you are feeling attracted to because it's truth in some way. Especially with the High Priestess, right? Because the High Priestess is this sort of like, she is the embodiment of like feminine, intuitive energy and feeling, right? Like this sort of knowing and intuition that comes from emotional feeling That's really highlighted for you, Aquarius. You can trust how you feel, but I feel like there's something about like maybe you are seeing your emotions as being something that's foggy, or like you're feeling detached from it in some way. In some, I don't know. Maybe you're feeling detached from your maybe there's this feeling of like like maybe you feel like you can't trust how you feel. I don't know. I'm gonna pull more cards. Interesting. It's coming through as a dream come true, or a prayer being answered, right? That's how it's feeling to me. There's an opportunity ahead for you. But there may also be doubt, because there could be something about like, okay, maybe you've been disappointed in the past in regards to this particular area in your life, right? Like maybe there's been disappointments in the past, and it's like those energies I feel like are the things that need to be cleared out or healed, like past disappointments, past hurts, past like emotions that may be tied to this particular area in your life, because whatever is coming in for you, Aquarius, is a prayer being answered. So I feel like a lot like self-care is really highlighted for you with this, especially in terms of like your emotional self-care with the High Priestess. And connecting to your truth. You have, because this High Priestess, which is interesting, is green, right? It's highlighting the heart chakra. The heart chakra. And then you have Sea Serpent, which is blue. This is the sacral, but it's also coming in very strongly with like the throat chakra, which is the black egg, and the third eye. I've been getting a lot of third eye energy with this one as well recently, like being able to know the truth about how you feel, maybe, Aquarius. I love this card. Okay, water, spring, sun. I'm gonna read this one. Water is a key element for you. Your emotions. Okay. You are not the person you once were. You have gone through a deep and profound metamorphosis and have emerged from the unseen realms as a grander, more refined, more unique, and more authentic version of yourself. Don't get me wrong, you're still you, just a bigger, brighter, more magnificent you. Will anyone notice, you wonder? My dear, your radiance is unmistakable. Not only are people around you noticing your brilliance, but they are being transformed by it. Your spiritual upgrade and the light beaming from your heart are creating new feelings and inspiring new ideas in everyone you meet. Rejoice in your rebirth and the impact it is having on the collective. This is what leadership is all about. Okay, Aquarius. I feel like you have gone through a major transformation. I keep hearing the word disappointment. I feel like there's something about like, maybe you're feeling disappointed about something, and it could be something from the past. Maybe disappointment was the energy that transformed you, right? Like, especially if you're feeling disappointed in someone else about something, like that could be very like, it's coming through as like maybe there was a transformation that happened because of that, because like, well, why did you feel disappointed by this, or by that person, or by the situation, or why was it disappointing? And then perhaps making changes to like shift that energy. But I feel like maybe there's something from the past, because we are in a Mars retrograde at the moment. There may have been conflicts from the past that could have been disappointing, and I feel like you've transformed from that. You've transformed. You've gone through some sort of upgrade, or with this energy, it just could be healing, right? Healing is a transformation as well. With that covenant card as well, because it's coming through with this sort of like clear energy, it's feeling like something in your energy has been cleared. Like it's almost coming through as like a karmic contract has been cleared, right? Like something from the past maybe. You've cleared out some sort of like karmic energy. It is feeling kind of like there's some sort of net that you were trapped in, maybe, that you're sort of clearing, right? Like removing yourself from, or I don't know, something like that. Especially with the sea serpent. It's like the sea serpent, which is interesting. I'm feeling really drawn to this eye now. Because it is feeling kind of like a third eye. Filter is the word that I want to use. About like seeing something that you desire. Because it could be something where it's like what you desire is not currently in your environment right now. So it's like you have to use a particular filter to see what it is that you want to manifest, or something like that. Because it's kind of coming through like with this unmarked trail. Like there's like little footprints on this trail here. It's almost like using like a black light to like look at the black egg, like a black light to see something that's hidden from you at the moment. I don't know where that's going, because it kind of feels like there's like evidence or clues or synchronicities around you in your physical environment that are showing you sort of like the footprints to follow, maybe, in order to get closer to your goal, or to get closer to whatever it is you're working towards. It's like there are clues, but you have to be wearing a particular filter, and perhaps that's one of like Page of Cups energy. This sort of like, because Page of Cups is like very innocent. It's very genuine and authentic as well, but in an innocent way. Because there's something about like how like little kids, like young kids, are like well, it depends on their personality, I think, but like a lot of them are very fearless. Like they don't have particular things, like especially in terms of like seeing things, like speaking the truth. They're very well, it depends on the personality, I think, but just saying something truthfully from the heart, perhaps that's part of it for you. Anyways, because it feels like something, Aquarius, of like, maybe there's someone here who wants to know how you feel about a certain situation, but maybe you don't know how you feel because there may be complicated energies attached to something, like whatever this new opportunity is. There may have been disappointments in the past, but you've gone through a major transformation. Okay. You have only water cards coming out, Aquarius. You have three water cards, plus this one's also water. So all of the cards that you are connecting with right now are water cards. So you have water, river, moon, water, lake, moon, and water, ocean, sun. and then land, mountain, sun at the bottom of the deck. This talks about achievement. So this kind of feels like something that's like, well, it doesn't have to be work related, but it could be something that you have been working towards. It feels kind of like you've been, it feels like, hold on. I don't know why that card's, probably because it's the only Earth card that you have. Yeah, it's about achievement. You must be in total alignment with your own unique mission to be able to access the doorway that leads to these ever-expanding triumphs. You're being asked to step into your purpose and to allow it to take you to greater heights. Do not compromise the integrity of your vision. Stay true to yourself every step of the way and allow these steps to lead you to peaks of possibility you didn't know were possible. Okay. Aquarius, there may be something here about like, perhaps you had to make sacrifices. Maybe you had to sacrifice some things in order to achieve something. That's why this feels emotional as well, because it's like, it's something where it's like you had to sacrifice something or a lot of things, I don't know, in order to achieve this. Okay. Okay, so this card talks about everything changes, nothing is static, because there's something here about, like, I feel like maybe there are tough emotional energies that you have been avoiding, you haven't been wanting to feel or look at, and it's like, it's gonna pass. I feel like there's this energy here of, like, just focusing in on, like, what you feel, because it will pass. I feel like there's some sort of discomfort about this energy. Okay, Aquarius, sorry, I had to change my battery. So these two cards are talking about your emotional state as being something that you need to connect with right now. You need to connect with how you feel, Aquarius. Don't avoid it just because it's tough. I feel like there's something here that you're being asked to see, and you have to go inward in order to see it. I feel like whatever this is for you, this new opportunity, it's for you, but there is something about, like, I don't know, maybe you're not seeing something clearly that you need to sort of focus in on, because it kind of feels like there's something foggy about it. There's something foggy about, like, not about the opportunity, but about how you feel about the opportunity that is sort of like impacting, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna read this card because this one feels like the message for you. You did not come to this planet to suffer. You came here to sing and laugh, to play and love and create. Nothing awakens magic and possibility quite like joy does. Heartfelt joy is expansive and infectious. The more joy you embody, the more joy you create, and the more joy you spread among your tribe. This is how we uplift the world, by filling our own cups and vibrating joy out into the world, while bringing beautiful, life-enhancing experiences into our lives, which create more pleasure and more ease. Joy opens up doorways of possibility that move mountains and manifest miracles. What brings you joy? Do more of that. Lots more. Okay, Aquarius. Because I feel like there's something here where it's like maybe you're not feeling joy about this prayer that's being answered when joy should be the response, right? That's how it's coming through. So it's like, what is it that's making you not feel that way? Because I feel like that's the thing that needs to be cleared out. That energy of, like, not feeling joy is not truth. Okay, Aquarius, my batteries are not cooperating today, so I'm going to just take that as a sign that this is where the reading is supposed to end. Just to sum up, there's a new opportunity for you. It's feeling like your prayer's being answered, but you might not be feeling that way. And I feel like the guidance for you is to figure out why, because I feel like there's something in your energy right now that may be feeling like it's like there's something difficult about the emotions that are tied to this opportunity that you need to clear out, because what you're manifesting is joy, right? What you're manifesting is joy, and if you're not feeling joyful about this, then there's something that you need to look at. So I'm going to leave the reading there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.